Imagine waking up to a city bustling with life, laughter, and the scent of fresh bread, only to witness the sky darken and the earth tremble as a mountain awakens with deadly fury. This is the story of Pompeii's last day, frozen in time by one of history's most catastrophic volcanic eruptions. Hi friends! Welcome to my brand new channel. Don't forget to subscribe, if not done it already. Let's move to today's topic. Let's go! As the first light of the sun crept over the slopes of Mount Vesuvius, the city of Pompeii stirred to life. The air was cool, the streets still shadowed, and the only sounds were the distant clop of horse-drawn carts and the soft murmur of early risers fetching water from public fountains. In a city of nearly 20,000 souls, the rhythms of daily life were dictated by the sun. With no electricity, Pompeians rose early to make the most of daylight. Most homes lacked running water, so men, women, and children would queue at the fountains, filling clay jars for the day ahead. Water was precious, used sparingly for cooking, cleaning, and bathing. For personal care, many would visit the grand thermal baths, public spaces that were as much about socializing as hygiene. Here, citizens of all classes mingled, gossiping in the steam, washing away the dust of the previous day. Breakfast was simple: bread, cheese, perhaps some leftover vegetables. For the wealthy, there might be fruit or honey, but for most, it was a humble meal eaten quickly before the city burst into activity. By mid-morning, Pompeii was alive. The Forum, the city's civic heart, buzzed with merchants, politicians, and townsfolk. The streets were lined with shops and workshops, bakers, blacksmiths, potters, and butchers, each contributing to the city's prosperity. The scent of fresh bread mingled with the sharper tang of fish sauce, a staple in Roman cooking. Markets were the center of commerce, where vendors sold everything from local produce to exotic imports. Artisans displayed their wares, and the air was filled with the calls of traders and the laughter of children weaving between stalls. Women managed households, overseeing slaves, and preparing for the midday meal, while men attended to business or worked their trades. Public amenities were plentiful. The city boasted not only baths but also swimming pools, gymnasiums, and even fast food restaurants, thermopolia, where hot meals were served to those on the go. Theaters and amphitheaters promised entertainment, from gladiator battles to dramatic performances, drawing crowds from every walk of life. For the wealthy, life in Pompeii was one of comfort and indulgence. Villas with lush gardens provided respite from the bustle of the city. Here, the elite hosted lavish feasts in their triclinia, dining rooms, serving exotic dishes, imported seafood, rare meats, and fine wines. These gatherings were as much about displaying status as enjoying good company. Bathhouses were a daily ritual for many, offering a place to relax, socialize, and conduct business. The beautifully decorated interiors, with their pools and steam rooms, were a testament to the city's prosperity and the Roman love of leisure. Entertainment was a communal affair. The grand amphitheater hosted gladiator games, animal hunts, and public spectacles. These events drew citizens from all classes, united in excitement and awe at the displays of bravery and skill. Yet, beneath the surface, there were signs that all was not well. For years, Pompeii had been rocked by earthquakes. The people had grown accustomed to the tremors, dismissing them as part of life near Vesuvius. Few suspected that these were warnings of a far greater catastrophe. On the morning of August 24, 79 AD, the city awoke as usual. The sky was clear, the markets busy. But by mid-morning, an ominous rumble echoed from the mountain. A thin column of smoke began to rise, unremarkable at first, then growing, darkening, twisting into the sky. Eyewitnesses, like Pliny the Younger, described the cloud as shaped like a pine tree, rising high and then spreading out at the top. Some watched in fascination, others grew uneasy. But life, for the most part, continued. Few could imagine what was to come. Shortly after midday, Mount Vesuvius erupted with unimaginable force. A violent explosion sent ash, pumice, and rock hurtling into the sky. Darkness fell as the sun was blotted out. Ash began to rain down, lightly at first, then in suffocating torrents. Panic spread through the city. People ran through the streets, seeking shelter or escape. Some gathered their valuables, hoping to flee. Others huddled in their homes, praying for safety. The sound was deafening, a constant roar punctuated by the crash of collapsing roofs as the weight of ash and pumice grew unbearable. By evening, the city was buried under several feet of debris. Buildings collapsed, streets disappeared, and the air was thick with choking dust. The eruption cloud soared 20 miles into the sky, visible for miles around. As night fell, the horror intensified. The eruption's fury did not abate, instead, it grew more deadly. Pyroclastic surges, waves of superheated gas and ash raced down the mountainside, engulfing the city. The temperature soared, and the air became unbreathable. Many who had survived the initial fallout perished in these surges, their last moments frozen in time by the ash that entombed them. Some tried to dig their way out, as tunnels beneath the volcanic layers would later reveal. Others clung to loved ones, hoping for a miracle. Personal belongings, jewelry, coins, household items were found alongside the bodies, poignant reminders of lives abruptly ended. By dawn on August 25, Pompeii was gone. The city lay buried beneath more than 9 feet of ash and pumice. The landscape was unrecognizable, a gray, silent wasteland where life had once thrived. Survivors, if any, were few. The archaeological record tells the story: bodies found in streets and homes, caught in the act of fleeing or sheltering. The city's vibrant culture, its daily routines and celebrations, were preserved in this moment of catastrophe, waiting to be rediscovered centuries later. Today, the ruins of Pompeii stand as a haunting testament to both the fragility and resilience of human life. The city's streets, homes, and public spaces offer an unparalleled glimpse into the world of ancient Rome, a world of bustling markets, communal baths, grand feasts, and shared joys. The tragedy of Pompeii is not just a story of destruction, but of preservation. In the ash that buried the city, daily life was frozen, loaves of bread in ovens, frescoes on walls, the remains of a meal abandoned in haste. The voices of Pompeii's people, merchants, artisans, slaves, and nobles echo through the centuries, reminding us of the vibrant civilization lost in a single day. The story of Pompeii is a warning and a wonder. It reminds us of nature's power and the unpredictability of fate. But it also offers hope. From tragedy, knowledge can be preserved. The city's ruins have taught us about Roman life, culture, and ingenuity. They have inspired art, literature, and science, ensuring that Pompeii's legacy endures. As you walk the ancient streets today, you can almost hear the sounds of daily life, the laughter in the baths, the clamor of the market, the cheers in the amphitheater. And you remember that, for the people of Pompeii, the last day began like any other, until the sky turned dark, and the world changed forever. What are your thoughts on this? I spend a lot of time researching these articles. If you like this information, please subscribe and help me grow my channel. You can find the details of channels in my bio and description. Faint Whispers on YouTube, Faint Whispers on TikTok, and Doodle Snips on YouTube for short animated videos.